Hi, ETM here. I want to give a huge thank you before we begin. We just passed 100 subscribers. That means that this message is reaching more people who are ready to take back their power. Come, join the movement, escape the manipulation.
There's a game every narcissist plays whether they admit it or not. Experts call it praise versus provoke, and the rules are simple. If they can get you to praise them, their ego gets fed. If they can get you to fight with them, their ego gets fed. Either way, they win. That's why dealing with a narcissist feels like walking into a room where the deck is already stacked against you. They'll twist your words. They'll dig at your insecurities. They'll bait you with insults just sharp enough to sting. Then act surprised when you react. Here's the uncomfortable truth. If you keep playing the game, you can't win. Because your reactions are the very thing they're after. Think about that. Your anger? They see it as fuel. Your defense? They see it as proof they've got power. Even your silence, if it's the wrong kind, can still be read as attention. So how do you stop being their supply? You don't meet them on the playing field at all. You step off the court. And the way you do that is by refusing to give them either outcome they want. No praise. No provocation. Just flat, neutral responses that don't give them anything to grab onto. This is where most people mess up. They think beating a narcissist means out-arguing them, catching them in a lie, proving a point. But that's still playing the game. That's still handing them exactly what they came for. Instead, you set the trap down and you stop walking into it. Because if they can't provoke you, and you don't praise them, they're left with nothing but their own noise. And that's when their power starts to shrink. Let's get practical. The way you stop the cycle is through what experts call flat responses. These are short, steady phrases that carry no extra heat, no extra energy. When they throw a jab at you, instead of defending yourself or firing back, you say, "Noted." When they criticize, instead of arguing every detail, you say, "Got it." That's it. Calm, neutral, flat. No tone, no edge. Think of it like dropping a wet blanket over a fire. The flames can't spread when there's nothing to burn. Why does this work? Because narcissists thrive on friction. They need something to pull out of you. Emotion, energy, chaos. If you cut off that fuel, the conversation becomes empty for them. They throw the bait, but you don't bite. Now, does it feel unnatural at first? Absolutely. Especially if you're used to defending yourself, proving your worth, or explaining endlessly. But every extra word is another rope they can use to tie you up. So you keep it short. You keep it steady. Noted. Got it. I hear you. Those are the words that start to unhook you from their control. It's not about being clever. It's about being consistent. The narcissist can scream, mock, or roll their eyes. You stay flat. And here's the key: your calmness is not weakness. It's strength. Because it shows that you don't need to fight to be in control. You're not engaging in their circus. You're walking out of the tent. Once you've disarmed their attacks with flat responses, the next move is to shift the weight off of you and onto reality. You don't keep the spotlight on their opinion of you. You turn it outward. Let's say they're pushing an idea at work that's reckless. Instead of debating them, you ask calmly, "Are you sure this is what everyone in the room would think is the best decision?" See the difference? You're not fighting them. You're not defending yourself. You're pointing to something bigger than the argument, the external truth. Now it's not about you versus them. It's about them versus reality. This is powerful because narcissists rely on keeping you boxed into a one-on-one battle where they can dominate. But when you calmly pull the lens back, you take away their advantage. You're showing them the mirror they avoid. And here's the beauty of this strategy. It works in everyday situations too. Picture a family member trying to drag you into a fight over something trivial. They throw out, "Everyone thinks you're the difficult one." Instead of defending yourself or demanding names, you reply calmly, "Is that really how everyone else feels?" That one shift forces them to either back up their claim with facts, which they usually can't, or sit with the discomfort of realizing they've overplayed their hand. Either way, you didn't have to yell, defend, or prove. You simply redirected the conversation to something they can't control, the truth outside of their story. This is also why calm questioning is so effective. Narcissists are masters of creating closed loops, arguments that circle endlessly with no exit. By asking external questions, you open a door they can't shut. Questions like, "Do you think this approach will work long-term? Is this how you'd want someone to treat you?" Would this sound fair if someone else explained it? Notice that each one shifts the focus away from you being on trial and points toward a larger principle. That's where their grip loosens. Now, will this always change their behavior? No. Narcissists aren't wired to suddenly admit fault. But here's what it does. It stops them from making you the battleground. It keeps your energy clean. It reminds you that you don't have to accept their version of reality as the only one. And that's the bigger lesson. You don't win by defeating them in debate. You win by refusing to play in the space they've created for you. Flat responses take the air out of the fire. Redirecting questions pull the ground out from under their game. Together, that combination protects your peace while putting the weight where it belongs, on reality itself. So the formula is simple. 1. Recognize the game. Praise or provoke. 2. Refuse to play. Flat responses. 3. Shift the focus. External reality. That's how you stop being trapped in endless battles. That's how you disarm a narcissist without burning yourself out. Because when you don't play the game ends. Like this video if you're done giving narcissists the reaction they want. Comment if you've tried flat responses. I'd love to hear what worked for you. And subscribe if you want more tools to stay calm. Keep your peace and stop playing their game.